Please welcome the umpire, service judge, and line judges for the next medal match on court number 1.
1コート、審判団の入場です。
So the gold medal match in the mixed doubles SL3 to SU5, that's standing lower 3 to standing upper 5 combined classification here at these Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. And it is the final gold medal match in the standing classes here in the para badminton. The umpires, the officials already here on court 1. Dev Guniadri is our main umpire for this. Service judge from Japan, it's Toi Tsutomu. Our athletes now to be introduced for the mixed doubles gold medal match.
In the mixed doubles SL3 SU5.
Here they come first of all. First out, it's the top seeds from Indonesia, Susanto and Tila of Indonesia, the top seeds. While for France, Luca Mazur and Faustine Nol, the second seeded. Top 2 seeds going head-to-head for the last gold medal in the standing classes here in the para badminton. What a wonderful debut it's been for the sport in the Paralympic program. These past 5 days of competition here at the Yoyogi National Stadium, and the promise here of quite a finale to the standing classes as we have the top 2 seeded pairings about to go head-to-head for this gold medal.
Yeah, high-level stuff, and it's going to be interesting to see how Mazur is able to respond physically after his exertions a little earlier in this session. He was involved in a terrific matchup. It was a great entertainment, that Mazur coming through in SL4. That final against Suhas Yatiraj. It wasn't a surefire thing. He was given a real run for his money there by the Indian. Eventually came through, and we know that he's physical, isn't he? He's 6'3". So he's got the height, he's got the reach, and perhaps combines that with the delicacy of Faustine Noël, the 27-year-old, his teammate in this French mixed doubles. But there is plenty of experience and depth of quality amongst the Indonesian duo. Nori Susanto there, the 46-year-old with Tila, who again is out on court for the second time on this final day's play in the badminton at Tokyo 2020. And we've seen some phenomenal action in the medal matches. It's the last of our 7 finals on the final day's play.
Yeah, go along with all of that. Actually, similar things you can say about both teams. Susanto, of course, very experienced. They are the world champions, he and Oktila, in this category, having won in Basel, beating Jan-Nicolas Potts and Seibert of Germany for the gold there. Of course, Oktila, well, you can say similar things, I think, about the teams is you've got the star players in each pairing. Oktila for Indonesia, Mazur for France, but clearly, of course, with their partners who are very good players, but it's the combination play that you were alluding to. We'll see a lot of Susanto, very experienced, and for the French, of course, you've got Mazur. You've already talked about his power, and already, of course, having won a gold medal in the singles, in the men's singles, Mazur. And then you've got Noel, of course, this younger talent who's extremely good in the forecourt, very good touch and feel around the net to ally to his power. So both pairings combining beautifully. I mean, this is a matchup, essentially, world champions against European champions, because Mazur and Noel are the European titleists, winning the last European Championships in 2018. And, of course, as just said, Susanto and Oktila winning that World Championship gold in Basel in 2019 with the win over Potts and Seibert here. Confirmation, it's Dev Guniadri, who is our umpire for this one, Toi Tsutomu of Japan, the sitting service judge. Yeah, for this one. As always, it's going to be the best of 3 games here. First of 21 points, taking each game as we come towards the end of the standing classes. What a debut it's been for para badminton this week here in the Paralympic program. Ever since it was announced, 2015, confirmed, announced by the International Paralympic Committee, it's been all the big build-up, historic sport being part, finally, of the Paralympic program, and it hasn't disappointed this week here at the Yoyogi National Stadium. And we have one more gold medal match. Just before we begin, a look at the results. Well, can't argue with the progress of the top seeds, getting another win over Pot and Seibert, who they beat in the Worlds final. Also wins over Fujihara and Sugino. And Bagat and Kohli as well. They knocked out in the semi-finals, so not losing a game on their way through to this gold medal match. The French, the second seeds, couple of straight games wins, did lose a game. They did well to come through against Bagat and Kohli, 21-19 in the third to win that group contest. But in the semis against Fujihara and Sugino, not dropping a game there. Coaches in position, we all are, and the promise of a thrilling conclusion to the standing classes here at the Para Badminton at these Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. The mixed doubles gold medal match, the top 2 seeds going head-to-head. Susanto and Oktila against Mazur, and Noel, Indonesia against France for the gold here. World champions from Indonesia against European champions from France. It's got a lot going for it. Let's hope it lives up to the hype. You can already see the flags as well, the respective contingents as well, generating some atmosphere, both the Indonesians and the French. Going to be fascinating to see, we touched on it, some of these elements of the matchup, of these partnerships. We see there Susanto's experience there, and then Noel at the net, how good she can be. A lot of points going in this match either way. That hasn't made the service line from Noel. So, of course, it's got to.
Three-two. It's Susanto and Oktila with the lead just in this opening game. It's the right play, but the wrong execution from Mazur.
That sea of red and white behind them every time they take a point. It's very impressive.
Three-four. Faustine Noel serving. 5-3. Service back with Ari Susanto of Indonesia. We're back in play. Snap from Susanto, but that's Oktila with the miscue. 4-5.
Yeah, it's been nip and tuck so far. Just Susanto and Oktila, of course, out to a 5-3 lead, but otherwise just a point here or there. Now back to parity. Now expecting a tight one here. I mean, the world champions taking on the current European champions. Mazur, of course, has had such a, like Oktila, they've had such good events. Oktila actually the most decorated at the moment, isn't she, with a gold and a silver medal so far in these Paralympic Games. Mazur with the gold on his part.
Now a couple of errors from Oktila. It means France are 6-5 here on serve. Opening game. Good coverage from Mazur there, just tries to dial down the power and slice back over into the tape. And across to the left-hand side to cover that side of the court as well. Switching sides with Noel, 6-6. Oh, what a rally. Mazur with a put away. Oxila unable to pick up. 7-7. Top draw stuff here from both doubles.
Well, it's that battle for supremacy, isn't it? Again in the forecourt. And it's the French who come out on top this time. What an atmosphere here. Generated by the contingents. Of course, the end of the program, so a lot of people now able to watch the match. And now the French lead here, being behind by a point, 2 points on occasion to the Indonesians. The lead and still with the service. Towards the mid-game interval, it's the French now on top, leading by 2.
Yeah, useful little hold of service there by Faustine Noel. 9-7. Ooh, close. No cigar. 9-8. And yeah, the frustration is evident, really. You work hard to win service back and then dump that subsequent service into the net. As you were, a gap of 2. France lead at 10-8.
That's so clever from Mazur, not once but twice, just fading it, of course, feigning to really crunch through the overhead, and then just at the last moment, the disguise to give himself and Noel here the advantage at the mid-game interval in the opening game, 11 points to 8 over Susanto and Oktila of Indonesia here.
Well, all it takes, if you're receiving, is to start a millisecond too late in the approach. And that's the shot unable to be made. And that was the case with Susanto there. Last point in this first game before the mid-game interval. They just have it. Faustine Noel there was with Leneg Morin. French women's double who lost to Noriko Ito and Ayako Suzuki in the bronze medal matchup. Already come up against Oktila in the women's doubles earlier. Oktila who went on to win the women's doubles gold medal with Kalimata Sadia. They down the French in the semi-final. Great pickup from Noel, but in no mood to pass up that opportunity. Oktila snaps that down at the net.
Yeah, it did actually very, very well to get to it, Noel, but obviously there was no... Oh, Mazur there made that look easy.
Great swing by the big man. He's gone for it again. Oof, too much on it that time from Mazur. No, it was good. 13-9. Great range.
In a bit of trouble here, the top seeds. Now trailing by 4 in what's been a tight opening game. And now finds the tram as well. It's good, of course, in the doubles. It's another point in Mazur with the little party celebration. It's greeted as well. They're doing very well either side of the mid-game interval here. 5-point advantage now for the French. And Susanto there reading where the service would go, the short service from Noel. To do a bit though with it now. And the umpire, they're just saying, although he accepts it that time, they need to be ready to play. They had their hands up. That's another one back, because it should be played at the server's speed. The server is ready, the receiver needs to be, and the receivers. Quick run of points here back.
12-4. Oh. Finds that seam down the middle. Mazur once more.
Oh, wonderful anticipation just coming across to intercept Noel. That's how good she is around in the short game at the net. So good from the French woman.
Well, it's the synchronicity again, isn't it? 16-12. The lead is 4. 5 more needed to wrap up this opening game in the gold medal final.
And the short serve, so tricky to execute when you're going there, because you basically want to land it on the service line. She's got very fine margins, and Noel there mistiming her overhead as well. So again, having got the lead up to 4, they then see a couple of them wiped out quickly. Indonesians are sticking in there. And now Oktila with another one. They are right back into this quickly.
Indonesia have a head of steam up, and they'll gratefully accept all gifts too. We're at 16s here in game 1. Big point this. Mazur with the power. There might have been an option to leave there, but
touched the racket, didn't it, on the way through?
Yeah, Oktila gave it the swing. Oof. 17-16. What a recovery in this opening game from Indonesia. Oh, he's gone down that right-hand side again, just looking to exploit the space in behind Faustine Noel, who had committed And between them, there was no picking that up from Mazur and Noel. 18-17.
They trailed by 5 here, Susanto and Ottila. But now they're peaking. It seems at the back end of the first game here. They trailed by 5 after the mid-game. What a comeback here. Ottila rampant through the strike there. 2 points from the opening game. And now Noel across to win the trade. Yeah, that was difficult, just where Mazur managed to put it to Ottila. Made it very awkward because it was in basically into the elbow. It's where you want to go. Because you just aren't able, you haven't got the time, space there to be able to connect as you would like, and that was Ottila's problem. Very clever play from Mazur. 19 each. Oh, and that's a gutsy leave in the circumstances, because there would have been a huge temptation to play there at 19 all. But a good leave and game point now for the top seeds. Oh, and Ottila had the chance, but they survived the French here. 20 each now, so we need a 2 clear point winning margin here. What an opening game. It's ebbed and flowed back and forth. Both pairings having seemed like the momentum. And they're aggressive. Noel picking the service. They'll have game point now.
There's milliseconds to respond there for Susanto. And it was a big underplay. So, the French then, on the verge, on the brink here, game 1. Noel serving short. Pick up from Mazur, and there's the hit down that middle. We go again, 21 each. Oh, what a reverse hit! That snap back was devastating.
I mean, this is the shot of the gold medal match, without a doubt. Oh, Ottila there, simply sensational. What a way to bring up another game point. The coverage there, wow. And they've done it there. The first game is theirs. And what an opening game it was. The top seeds take it in the end. Mazur and Noel had their chance. They were ahead as well. But 23-21. Susanto and Ottila lead by a game now in this mixed doubles SL3 to SU5 gold medal match.
That was engrossing. Really was. They're so well matched, these two. And trying that stop shot tight in on the net there, Mazur didn't give it enough. 23-21, indicative of how even they are, how close to each other's levels they are, these two doubles.
Yeah, I wonder how it got away. Of course, they were very strong, Mazur and Noel, after the mid-game. They led at the mid-game 11-8, were 5 clear. And then on, and still have ended up losing it, having a game point themselves. As you mentioned, at 21-20, the Indonesians having got there first. What an effort from them, though, to haul that back and then go on and take it on their second game point. Ottila and Susanto ahead in this one. And they're wondering there, just the look, the body language from the French pair, how they let that get away, because they'll feel at 21-20 the game should have been theirs. It's been a tough competition. If you think of how much badminton all of these four have played as well, it's going to take a big effort now. Mazur has had to do that before, of course, and has pulled it off. But every time you ask the question again, can he do it? This time, of course, he's got his partner here, but can they do it again here? They're the ones who are behind. Mentally, they're the ones who've got to try and find an extra effort, because Susanto and Octilla, even at the end of a tough program, now have the advantage here as they begin the second, a game up, the Indonesians.
Mazur hitting at Susanto, who can't control that shot back into play. Too much drift on it. So first blood here to the French. Game two. Wow. Trick shot almost from Susanto. Noel just steps right. As Susanto makes that split-second calculation and finds open court for 1-1. Big noise as well from the big Indonesian at the winning of every point for this double. Not that time. He does have mistakes in him, Susanto. But we know he's a big shot maker too. It's all about getting the balance right. And Mazur into the net that time. Horrible miscue that from Noel. They're at 4-2 now, so the Indonesians just opening out the lead. She just can't get the racket around the shot.
Yeah, it's where she doesn't normally find herself so often. Normally in their combination, of course, she's forward, making the deflections, the contacts in the forecourt where she's so good, and then Mazur is clearing up in the back. And Susanto that time just failing to pick that up as you might have expected. Oh, it's compelling viewing this. Fitting so far of a gold medal match here.
Oh, Tiller getting that approach all wrong. Four.
No, going for the short serve again. It doesn't make the line.
Well, it's a point we've made earlier. No spectators inside the Yoyogi gymnasium here, but it doesn't feel like that, does it?
No.
Because there's a big presence for France and Indonesia. Behind that back line, we can see other athletes have stayed to tune in to this gold medal contest in the mixed doubles. So you have athletes, you have members of the support staff and doctors, coaches, all that.
Susanto did well there, actually. Made it very awkward. That came very quickly onto Noel, even close to the net there. Very sharply came on. No mistake there. No, it's brilliant here, the atmosphere, because as you allude to, we are at the end of the para-badminton program here, the standing classes, and as a result, you've got an awful lot of athletes who are still around before departing Tokyo, who are helping contribute to the atmosphere here, no doubt.
Exclamation again from Susanto as Indonesia goes 7-6 here, second game. And that's why, oh, well, if we're playing snooker, that's a tap of the table. The shot caught the tape and dropped stone dead. But it all evens out one way or the other, doesn't it? 7-6.
Oh, what an angle.
She's done it again, you know. That's twice she's opened the box of tricks. And another showstopper has exploded out. 8-6. What a rally! It's Mazur, magnifique, into the corner. He tried that a couple of times previously, earlier in that play.
I think what made it even more impressive here was just the coverage from the Indonesians as well. How hard they had to work, the French, to win it. You see Oktila pushed slightly out of position, and they just couldn't recover.
Well, Susanto read the direction of the shot there, but it's one thing anticipating and another thing entirely getting your racket on it. Second game of the gold medal matchup in mixed doubles for the SL3 SU5 class here in badminton in Tokyo.
That's a clever receive there from Oktila. You see where Mazur is taking that, and it's basically by his hip. Extremely awkward shuttle to take there. They've got the service back again, but this time they foul on the service there, the Indonesians. It's similar, isn't it, to the opening game? It was the French who led 11-8 at the mid-game break in the opener. Now the Indonesians just with a 1-point advantage. Yeah, just enough there, Susanto. Enough power just to make it awkward. Now the chance to lead at the mid-game interval here for the Indonesians. He did just enough there, Susanto.
Reverse flick again from Mazur. Changes the angle of the rally.
Oh, dribbles over from Oktila there, off the net, and they do lead by 3 points here. The Indonesians continuing to deliver when it matters in this gold medal match. A game up now, 11-8 up on Mazur and Noel in the second. It's still compelling viewing, isn't it, at this stage? Maybe Mazur and Noel will feel hard done by again to be behind at could be a key juncture in the gold medal match, having stayed with their opponents through that first half of the second game, but now finding themselves 3 down. We've wondered a little bit, I just focused there on Luka Mazur and the tournament he's had overall the few days. Keep wondering, has he got anything left? I mean, it's slightly different, isn't it? Because with a partner, obviously, who's played a part. She's played in the singles as well, Faustine Noel. But you just keep wondering with Mazur, will he run out of gas eventually?
Mixing it up there, Mazur back at the baseline. Noel takes over.
Punishing rallying again,
Absolutely epic. What a finish by Noel.
That was punishing from both. Again, Oktila's defence, actually, earlier in the rally was first class, but as you say, what a finale to the point.
The way she takes the power out of the smash, because constantly you're making those adjustments and trying to sense where there's open court. And Noel almost with a sort of push block shot there, just dialing down the power.
And that's again where she's so good, those little acute deflections, those angles, where she's able to read the play. She's so agile in the forecourt, the Frenchwoman, and it mattered there. So the first point out of the mid-game goes the way of the French. Into the space. And the service quickly goes the way back of the Indonesians. Good reactions from Susanto this time. "46 years of age, Susanto, easily the oldest of the four. You wouldn't know it the way he's going around the court, though. And now into the space. Great place to go, right between the opponents. Oktila maybe has been, in this match so far, the standout player, you could argue, of the quartet. Has been all round so good. Goes for the acute flick angle there that time, and doesn't pay off for Susanto. He needed that, the French.
Oh, they edge ever closer, the Indonesians. So 1 game up, ahead now by 4 in the second. It's best of 3, so they just need to win this game to win the gold medal.
Oh, very difficult angle attempted by Noel that time. Yeah, absolutely spot on. I think when they're now at 15 points, already a game up, you start to think point by point, okay, everyone just chalk it off. And there's another one. And Mazur, maybe mindful of that scoreline, just decides there to take it into his own hands, dominating that particular point.
Hits down the middle, finds the seam between Susanto and Oktila. You mentioned earlier the possible vulnerability of Lucas Mazur because of his physical exertions. I mean, he was okay, he was a gold medal winner earlier in the SL4, but he was taken to 3 games in that match by the plucky Indian Yatiraj. Lost the first, didn't he?
Oh, we could see the idea. Oktila there with a chance. Yeah, you just wonder, I mean, I think the point you're making is, in fact, his semi-final was over an hour in that, and in fact, he's played a lot. You know, it's been a thrilling program, but a packed one in its very nature in the formats, and the fact that he's played, of course, across competitions, medal events, Mazur.
12 days of the Paralympics, the badminton squashed into 5 of them.
Oh, and again, Indonesian Susanto absolutely right to go in there and try and take it on, but lacked the clinical touch. They're coming back, the French. Trailed here by 5. Now it's down to just 2. And they want a change of shuttle, they're going to get it. Howell with the service, only finds the net. Give it away, and again, back with the Indonesians, a point closer. Mazur steps up again, of course he does. Sandrine Bernard is the French coach. Seems pretty calm. Is she inside right now with this situation of the match? Oh, he left it.
Susanto has left that.
And it's worked out. What, to be fair, he kind of deserved it because of his play prior. He just duped Mazur ever so slightly with the change of direction. And it was a tight one, that. Very good leave. And now Mazur picks the short service. They're just about staying in touch here.
This is where it all tightens up.
This time, they get in. Susanto gets in with the receive. Nice and early, aggressive.
The lead is 3.
And 3
The
points.
need is 3 as well.
The lead and the lead.
To claim the goal there.
Very good.
Oh, again, it's all very congested, all very busy at the net. Noel moves across, gets it. France back on serve, down by 2. 16-18.
But do not shout before the line. Just not shout before the line.
Yeah, she's just being warned here, Octilla, not to shout on a hindrance just before the point is called, because they've won the point there, but of course hasn't actually gone dead. Yeah,
What a reception.
They wait. Noel, a good example there. Point had gone dead, then the exclamation. So Mazur's winning receive there. That's how it should be done. 2 away now. Just trading, rotating the service right now, the pairings. There we go again. The short service is being gobbled up here. And now the Indonesians, the top seeds, to the brink. 3 gold medal points for Susanto and Octilla.
You must be ready. You're looking. You must be ready to receive. Every time, don't do that. Okay, play like.
Oh, that's fortunate, because they should have been ready, really. Noel saying she wasn't, but it's at the server's pace. Still gold medal point. They've
Too
done
good.
it!
Too
They have
good
done
ultimately, yeah.
Indeed. They add here the Paralympic gold medal to their world title. Joy for the Indonesians. Susanto and Octilla here with the gold. Straight games for them, for the top seeds. The world champions have seen off the European champions here. High stakes contest, which didn't disappoint. But Hari Susanto and Liani Ratri Octilla of Indonesia, the top seeds, win the gold medal in the mixed doubles SL3 to SU5 classification here at these Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. More joy for Octilla, of course, who'd already won a silver medal in the singles category and a gold in the doubles. What a games for her, what a games for these two, what a games for Indonesia here at the Yogi National Stadium. The flag held up proudly. Susanto and Octilla, winners of the gold in the mixed doubles here.
On another day, I think Mazur and Noel take them out to 3 games, but it just didn't happen here. Too many answers, really. Emotional. And Liani Ratri Octilla has spearheaded this medal charge in badminton for Indonesia. So the gold with Kalimata Sadia in that women's event. And now it's Hari Susanto who shares the glory. A gold medal in mixed doubles for Susanto and Octilla of Indonesia.
Yeah, and what a game. Susanto, of course, getting himself a first Paralympic medal, a gold at that, but for Octilla, a second gold, a silver medal. Outstanding performance. Of course, Luca Mazur was going for his second gold, having won his men's singles category, but he'll have to make do with the silver there. The moment of triumph, seeing it out there at the end, coming out on top of that succession of serves. Of course, we had those short serves, kept going against the serve, but they just got it together at the end, and so joyful. Disappointment for the French. One too many maybe for Mazur there at the end in partnership with Noel. They will have to make do with the silver medal, the European champions. The world champions adding the Paralympic gold medal, Paralympic Games title to their collection with this victory. In the end, 23 points to 21 and 21 points to 17 for Hari Susanto and for Liani Ratri Octilla of Indonesia, the top seeds. The gold medalists here in the mixed doubles SL3 to SU5 classification. Key numbers from that one. Really not much to separate the pairings throughout. It's 36 minutes overall. The French, of course, leading at the mid-game in the opener, and the Indonesians coming back to win, and that was a big psychological boost for them at the time. And then, of course, led at the mid-game and just about held on, didn't they, with all the pressure growing at the end to see it out in two. As you said, could have easily gone the distance.
Yeah, I think good match management ultimately here from Susanto and Oktila. Just about digging in and stamping out the mistakes when that little run of points goes against you, as inevitably happens in any contest. But these, of course, are leading doubles pairings. The level was always going to be high. I think the French will feel a little aggrieved that they didn't take it out to 3. But the point you made a little earlier about the physical challenges of playing 2 high-level matches within the same session, 2 gold medal contests within the same session. I mean, it was Mazur taken out to 3 in his singles, which he eventually won. Oktila had a bit of a problem with that left knee, didn't she, in her singles match earlier in the session. But had the energy when it mattered most in this mixed doubles final.